It's 10:20. Means it's 4:20 somewhere. If you got one, spark up. Alright. Tonight I am reacting to Bill Maher. This is New Rule, Fat Acceptance. I'm gonna be curious to see where he goes with this one. It's a interesting conversation when you talk about overweight, obesity, fat, whatever you want to call it. Especially nowadays, because not saying being skin and bones is healthy. Being 300-400 pounds, far worse. And COVID kind of really exposed the obesity pandemic we have in this country, which is why we had one of the highest rates. You can look at a map, like at a world obesity rate map, and the COVID death rate map, and they're mirror images. That can't be a coincidence. So let's see what he had to say about it.
And finally, new rule, everybody should be allowed to let themselves go a couple of times a year. Like now. The dog days of summer, school's out, rules out, it's hot, vacation time. No one should have to diet on vacation. And the holidays. That's the other, okay, I'll let myself go time of year. And who can blame us? It's the end of the year. It's structured around feast days. No one should feel bad about opening up the pants after Thanksgiving dinner and doing that thing where you undo the top button and try to hold it together with just the belt. That's all fine. But not all year round. And that's what's kind of happened to America. Letting ourselves go now as an all year round thing. Doing the Thanksgiving pants thing every day. They actually sell a business suit now with drawstring pants. I saw this. I swear, I saw this in the mall, and I said to the salesman, this is pathetic. It shows how much we've given up. And he said, no, people love it. Of course they love it. You can have a mongoose for lunch and then give that big presentation. There's a disturbing trend going on in America these days, rewriting science to fit ideology or just to fit what you want reality to be. We've gone from fat...
Redefining science, redefining words, redefining a lot of shit. What is it? Racism, male, female, recession. It's 4 so far that I know have been changed over the last few words. I'm pretty sure other words have been changed as well. Oh, yes, anti-vaxxer. That one has been changed as well. Kind of like we're living 1984.
Acceptance to fat celebration. That's new. That is new. To view letting yourself go as a point of pride? We used to at least try and be fit and healthy, and society praised those who succeeded. Now the term body positivity is used to mean I'm perfect the way I am because I'm me. It's Orwellian. How often positivity is used to describe...
I just said 1984.
What's not healthy. Of course you can get away with anything bad for you when you're young, but let me ask you this. Have you ever seen a fat 90-year-old? Scary, isn't it? healthy at any weight is an unchallenged lie that people tell themselves so they can go on eating whatever they want, which is fine. I've done many self-destructive things too, but no one pretended there was positivity in smoking. Fat activist Ted Kyle, founder of Conscious Health, says the media and public needs to stop catastrophizing obesity. Okay, A, they're not catastrophizing it, and B, they should be. Because it's a full-blown catastrophe. Poor diet is the leading cause of mortality in the United States. New York Times. Okay. Of course, we're talking about heart disease and cancer and diabetes, but also, as COVID has taught us, obesity is horrible for the immune system, which is why those numbers were off the charts during the pandemic. That's a catastrophe. It's literally a national security issue now. Military recruitment is down by the most since the end of the draft because mainly 17 to 24-year-olds are too fat to fight. At some point, acceptance becomes enabling. And if you're in any way participating in this joyful celebration of gluttony that goes on now, you have blood on your hands. Full stop.
So, it used to kill me when I worked at Red Robin. And the reason I worked there, it was literally the first place that hired me when I moved out here. But it used to kill me, especially like as I had started, educating myself on food and what they do to it and all that fun shit. Like you'd have a family of 4 sitting at a 6-person booth, taking up the whole booth, and the kids weren't even 10 years old. You have mom and dad both pushing 400 pounds. And then you have the kids who are like, I said, anywhere between 5 and 10, pushing 2. Like, go through 10 refills of fries and shit. Like, yo. And one that got me the most, this one pissed me off the most. The little kid ordered chicken tenders. Well, no. First, the mom ordered a salad. I'm like, good for you, You realize you need to be eating better. Kid comes up and orders, Kid skinny. I want chicken fingers and oranges. I'm thinking, good choice with the oranges at least. None of the other shit's healthy. And mom says, no, you're gonna get the fries so I can eat some of your fries. Some of your bottomless fries. I wanted to cuss that lady out so bad. Like, bitch, you can order a side of fries for $1.95. And granted, yes, they're not bottomless. But fuck, you don't need bottomless. That's the problem. You've had too many bottomless fries. But your kid made the healthy choice and you forced him into the unhealthy one. That one pissed me off. Then I used to fuck with my coworkers because you'd have some of these customers sitting at the table with like 2-3 feet of ass hanging off each side of the chair. And I'd go up to the server that was waiting on them when they'd be at the computer filling in the shit. And I'd be like, yo, do you hear it? Hear what? The silent screams of that chair screaming, get this motherfucker off me. And then a few minutes later, they cussing me out because they can't go to that table without laughing. Yeah. And then there was a hostess. She claimed she wasn't doing it for the laughs, but she had this thing where she liked putting fat people in the 2-person booths and watching them push the table back and forth so they can get in. And one day I asked her, I'm like, yo, are you doing this for the laughs or you just... Because there'd be a 4-person booth right there. and they still put him in the two-person booth and watch him push the table back and forth. That shit used to have me cracking up. And then some of them, they just end up saying fuck it and get up and move to the first four-person booth. I got a little sidetracked. Let's get back to it. And let me go back a little bit so I can remember where I'm at. Hey, get your ass off camera again.
Becomes enabling. And if you're in any way participating in this joyful celebration of gluttony that goes on now, you have blood on your hands. Full stop. You can make believe you're fighting some great social justice battle for a besieged minority, but what you're really doing is enabling addicts, which I thought we decided was bad. It's not just the drawstring business suits. Companies like Nike, Sports Illustrated, Victoria's Secret, companies that are specifically about fitness, nevertheless promote people who are plainly not into fitness. People like Adele face shame campaigns for losing weight. This is madness.
That's the shit that blows my fucking mind, yo. Is when a celebrity loses weight. And people call them fat phobic. Yo. Saying they being fat phobic to themselves. Or they just decided they wanted to be healthier. You know, like Bill said, how many 90-year-old fat people do you see? You don't see a lot. Now that doesn't mean if you fit and active, you're guaranteed to make it to 90. But your chances are greater. But that shit, like... Because that's the one time where, you know, the fatzos that used to come in the Red Robin, I had no problem cracking jokes about them. Whether they could hear me or not, I didn't really care. You clearly making the choices. You choosing it. But when I see, people exercising, out for a hike or at the gym, I won't make the jokes about them. But I don't know. I say I can't be an asshole. I ain't even gonna lie. But I've just never had the fear of a fat person catching me. So
there's a reason the first thing your doctor does is make you step on a scale. Well, it used to be. There's a card now that you can give your doctor, and it says, please don't weigh me unless it's really medically necessary. It's always necessary. It's like asking your dentist not to look at your teeth.
I can't be real. There's no way. If you really need my weight, oh my God. See, if I was a doctor, you hand me that card, bye. Go find someone else who will help you. Because that right there tell me you gonna be a trouble patient. If I hurt your feelings, you gonna try and sue me over that shit. Nah, doc. Bye.
There's a popular t-shirt that says, I don't owe no man a flat stomach. Okay, no one said you did. You do you. But you're not a freedom fighter because you want to keep eating donuts. USA Today actually wrote the sentence, science hasn't yet figured out how to solve obesity.
fast food restaurant, you'd see obesity rates go down. I can almost guarantee that. Granted, yes, there is still other junk foods you can buy at grocery stores. However, they're not usually nearly as bad as what they fucking pumping out at them fast food restaurants. Yeah.
And Ted Kyle concurs, saying, we don't know how to blunt the rise in obesity because we don't know precisely what the factors are that are causing it. Yes, what could it be? What?
And it is things like that, when people talk about free healthcare and they talk about the other countries that have it. Most of those other countries are a lot more fit than the US. So their bills aren't going to be nearly as high. But, like, for me to get behind it, fast food restaurants would have to go. And then, like in Japan, fitness is a part of the daily routine. As a nation, there, if I'm not mistaken. I know fitness is like damn near mandatory. I don't know. I might be wrong about the country, but I know there is an Asian country where like same time like fitness is routine. Like jobs will take a break for fitness routines. Like we had some shit like that. Yeah, I could definitely get behind it. But yeah, got a little off track.
Damn it, this is a hard one. People say to me, oh, come on, Bill, people struggle with this. Of course they do. Everything's a struggle. Life's a struggle. But somehow 50 years ago, this country looked entirely different. You don't think it was a struggle for them? You think cake wasn't delicious in 1969? And that's the saddest part. We can do this, I think. But by lying about it and making excuses, psychologically, it's telling ourselves that letting ourselves go is the best we can do. And I gotta believe that as Americans, we can still do better than that.
He made some real good points. Like I said, what grown folks do, hey, do you? But I understand you make it real easy to crack some jokes. Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, he hit the nail on the head with this one. He's gonna get dragged for it. I would not be surprised to see Bill Maher trending in the next few days, a lot trending with fat phobic. You can expect that, but I don't know. Not everybody's perfect. Myself included. I'm not like fat, but I'm not in the shape I could or should be in. That's something I got to get better at too. But let me know what you thought down in the comments. And y'all can feel free if you are an overweight person, by all means, feel free to call me an asshole in the comments. I won't take it personal. But other than that, y'all have a nice night. Thanks for watching. Stay blazing.